Hey, what's up guys? John from Mongo Fishing. So today's video is tournament practice. Myself and Hunter Bogman out on the Arkansas River practicing for the Mr. Bass of Arkansas Classic. So this isn't all the fish catches. This is basically the majority of the small fish catches. So let's get into the video and then we'll come back. Hey, what's up guys? John from Mongo Fishing. Today I'm out here on the Arkansas River with Hunter Bogman. Say what's up, Hunter.
Hey, what's up?
It doesn't look like the Arkansas River. It looks like we are in a cloud. But I swear there's supposedly fish in this cloud. Actually, I know there's at least a fish. Hunter caught a giant about 8 inches just a few minutes ago. So anyway, kind of like pre-fishing, having some fun before the Mr. Bass of Arkansas Classic this upcoming weekend. But that's the game plan. Drive around the river and chunk stuff at fish. So let's stick some lips. And Hunter's hooked up right now as I'm putting my camera on.
Yes.
Toad.
Giant.
Well, it's bigger than the last one now.
It is big. That's even closer to a keeper.
Yep. Oops, there's one.
Yeah.
It's on that little mega bass.
Really?
Yep.
Good one?
White bass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord,
Ouch!
look at that.
Bob Saget. Why you got so many fins? Oh. There you go. There's another one. That's actually a bass.
A bass bass?
A bass. This is a fat Kentucky. He's short.
The final weight was what? Oh, they're right there. They're on the inside of that drop.
I have no idea where we're at.
Any more questions?
What's that?
Any more questions? I'm the river.
Oh. There we go. Nah. Not a big one. It's a Kentucky, you know how those things fight. It's like when you see that, you know, California has 10-pound spotted bass, I just wonder what that fight's like.
There's a keeper.
It is a keeper.
Fine. So they're like right here. I'm gonna back up a little bit and throw my jig and see if I can get bit on this.
I'm not a big jig person. Not for lack of trying, just for lack of catching.
I'm a huge
There's
jig
one.
person, and I haven't caught that many on this year. I'm having to drive you away from your fish. Sorry.
It's all right. Is that a double, sir? You swung at the same time I got bit.
They're not even bigger though.
No. That was actually perfect timing.
How you on a jig and get some confidence
The flip side of that is tie you on a jig.
and lose confidence?
It's like, damn it, I knew I shouldn't have done that. And caught a fish since.
You want one of these?
No, it's all right. I probably have some. If it's the, you know, because you gave me some of those little guys before the Mr. Bass.
Yep.
I did not catch any fish on them.
You will right here.
However, not because I don't believe you, just because that is that's my jig game.
We'll see.
I am not Randy Flowers, sir. I honestly, you know, now that I've done like one season as a boater and a couple as a co, I think it's harder to catch fish as a co, but easier to catch a check as a co. If that makes sense.
I don't even fish in the cove, but I would agree with that. I definitely know it's harder to catch a fish as a cove, but I do think it's probably easier.
Yeah, because
Fish and you get paid.
right. A good one?
Is it?
Well, maybe not. He hit it like he was a good one. He is not a good one. Nope, he is most definitely not a good one.
But I was afraid we'd run into fishing somewhere with a boater, and crap, I've spent so many years on.
I caught a 5, I think 5'10", my 3rd fish of the year this year on an A-rig on Barnett.
Really?
Yep. Boat flipped it.
I caught a 5 on Barnett with A-rig.
It was on New Year's Day.
Oh, it didn't take you long to catch one, did it?
Nope. My 3rd fish of the year.
There's a fish on the A-rig, John. Come on. Hey, is that a better one?
This one's a better one. This one's not a better one. He just bit like a better one.
He's a little better.
He's a little better. He's closer to a keeper. I don't think he's 12.
What about mine? Is it a keeper?
Yes.
It's a good way to bury a nigger and cook in my hands.
But at least you know where they're at.
Hey, these may be little, but we're having a catch fest.
That is a fact. I bet you though I can switch that up. All I gotta do is throw a jig.
And not catch any? I thought you meant switch it up to catch bigger ones. I'm like, do tell.
No.
What are you holding out on?
Switch it up to not catch fish.
'Cause I swear, if you're holding out on me, and I'll find out after the tournament, I'm gonna be angry. She's like, oh yeah, dude, every cut I pulled up to, I caught 3 pounders in. I just didn't want to tell you.
I just had to throw this little thing. Oh, might be a keeper. Might be a keeper.
If it's a Kentucky. It is not a Kentucky.
It is not a Kentucky.
It's like they got bigger.
Yeah, it's like there's a school of bigger ones sitting right there at the mouth right now.
So I lost the whole rod and reel the other day.
That's gotta suck.
That was cool.
How'd you manage that?
I threw it in the water while throwing. No other way around it. Hey, look at this one.
Oh, dude, that is a toad.
Make sure that's on video.
Guys, look at the freaking giant that Hunter just got. He got about a 6 incher.
Oh, that's a 4.
That's 4?
Where'd he go?
He's so small you can't even find him on the deck.
I couldn't put my thumb in his mouth. Oh, he's gonna get away.
He's gonna get away. No. I mean, I thought I had a big one right here that's almost the size of the pliers, but look at that toad right there, guys. Bloop. That sounded like a drop of water.
Yeah.
Bloop. All right, guys. It's like 8:45. Is that correct? Or is that off by an hour?
No, that's right.
That's right. So it's like 8:45-ish. And we are catching a bunch of fish. No real size, but doesn't matter. It's still fun. So keep fishing. Whoa, good Lord. Quick release. Here we go. Oh.
Good one, huh?
Actually, it felt like there might have been 2, and there's only 1 now.
Oh, that's nuts.
Because he lost some weight, but he's still a decent little fish. He's fat. He's quick released.
I'm very angry. Why can I not get this fish?
Here's a fish. The bigs.
I mean, I'd hate for a boater to find out about all these fish.
Especially the ones this size.
Yeah, the giant.
The toads.
There he is. That's a good fish sometimes.
Looks like it.
Trying to keep him out of the motor. What'd I do? Hook another carp?
Did you get another carp or you get yourself a gar this time?
I don't know. How does this happen every time?
I mean,
That could be a bass. I just don't think. Coming up.
you got yourself a state record largemouth.
Oh, come on.
Then yes, he was.
Oh, he bit in the fish.
Really?
Yeah.
It's gotta be a gar. Yeah,
Striper?
it's a striper.
That's why there were multiple. When they come off, I got another one.
You know, I've never caught a striper.
Really?
Yep.
Oh God, that's heavy.
That's a nice fish, dude. Look at that, guys. Is the camera on? The camera is on. It was straight down. I was literally just jigging straight up and down,
On the phone.
and he ate it.
He's not big. I'm gonna catch him. That's your fish?
Something got mine too.
Really? Huh. No, he took off with it.
No, mine was bigger than that, the one that I caught over here. All right, guys, so I'm doing a battery change right now, and Hunter just hooked up on Moby Dick. I don't know what he's got hooked up on right now, but Hunter is, he's fighting a big one right now. All right, guys, so Hunter's hooked up on something big. He thinks it's another big striper.
Confused on the motions he's making.
Maybe you got my alligator gar.
Oh boy. Is this where you caught it?
No, he was another couple coves up. I got a spotted gar here.
It's a big spotted gar if it's a spotted gar.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to believe it's hooked in the tail the way it's doing this.
Yeah, I think so too. Dude, maybe you got another carp.
Probably.
If I was good at video editing, I would add the little SpongeBob 2 hours later.
That shouldn't be that hard to edit.
No, I just don't know where to find it to put it in there in the first place. I'm gonna get you a fighting belt for Christmas.
No kidding. Didn't really think I'd need it. I thought that was a fluke last time.
Dude, look at those tail kicks. He's watching your lines like, ha, 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 ha. You just got a big crankbait.
Yes. It's a 92 XD.
A tree branch, and that's what's pulling back.
I gotta be able to see him pretty quick.
There it is, hooked. It's a huge carp hooked in the tail. Asian grass carp, invasive species, hooked in the tail. Good God, man. You caught a tarpon.
You caught a tarp in the tail.
That is sick.
I still hadn't, I mean, I've seen him, but I still don't know how big he is.
He's bigger than your last one.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. His tail looks bigger than your last one.
What? No, he ain't no bigger.
It just scares the shit out of me. I ain't trying to wear that as jewelry.
Right. We have a habit of catching weird stuff. Can you just take pliers and hook him?
Trying to grab his freaking head.
Float him your way. I'm gonna let off and let you do him. Got his butt that time. Barely hooked. Thank you. Maybe he'll
Bump it.
Maybe he'll die anyway. Oh yes. Is that also a carp?
No, that is that is a shad. Guys, look at that toad. That's the bigs right there.
That's what we're here for.
This is what we came for. All right, guys, so I didn't include all the catches. And the reason I didn't do that is because Hunter and I were looking for schools of fish. And these are his schools of fish. And so what I didn't want to do is put a video out showing the locations of where Hunter was really getting into schools of fish. And so I left out the majority of the day. I left out some funny moments. You know, Hunter lost a rod. He had caught a fish on like a lipless, I think, or maybe a topwater. I think it was a lipless. And when he got it in, he was trying to unhook it, and another fish, I guess, followed it up and grabbed his Carolina rig that I guess was just barely hanging in the water, grabbed it and yanked that rod straight overboard, lost a rod. I couldn't show that footage because the location of where it was would have shown exactly where that school of fish was. So, you know, that was a pretty humorous moment. Biggest fish of the day we caught that day, biggest keeper bass that we caught that day was 3.5 pounds. 3.57, I believe, was the actual weight. But that's that, guys. So right now, you know, they're biting jigs, they're biting lipless, they're biting crankbaits. I mean, it's pretty easy to get into a bunch of fish. They may not all be keepers, but it's pretty easy to get into a mess of fish on the river. That's that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, go and hit the subscribe button right down there. Looks like me holding a fish. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Tomorrow, I should be dropping the Mr. Bass of Arkansas Classic video. Thanks again, guys. As always, get on the water, be safe, and go stick some lips.